welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon and Ed Wallace. We are two retired New York City police detectives, 20 years of law enforcement, each accumulated over 40 years of service. Guys, if you like all things true crime related from a police perspective, consider subscribing to this great community. Tonight, we have a somber evening, but it also is a celebration of life for Naomi Irion. We were able to be blessed by Rocky Pastorino. He has his cell phone with a hotspot set up. We don't know how good the feed will be. We're going to try to bring you, the speakers and the prayers that are coming from out of town park in Fernley. It is a celebration of life for their daughter, Naomi. Again, Ed and I are honored to be able to bring this to you guys. I hope that it goes off without a hitch. There are a lot of people. There's a lot of things going on. Ed, how you doing tonight? This is 2 times in one day. Here we are.
Yes, that's it. Got a recall. Got to put the OT slip in.
He's going to put in for overtime. Again, the family is going to have the official, I think Rocky said Tuesday, in Texas, her official burial. She'll be buried next to her brother, he said. Just a somber day, somber moments, the family coming together to grieve the loss of their beloved daughter. And, you don't wish this on your worst enemy, but I'm happy that we were able to bring it live for the YouTube audience and everyone who's been following this case so closely. So thank you to Rocky Pastorino. I'm hoping the signal holds up, and it may be noisy, folks. So let's say hello to the replay viewers, the Patreon supporters, the channel members, and everyone that's in here, our moderators, simply the best of the best. I know you and I, Ed, always, we always give thanks and praise to these moderators that do God's work for us. They're our eyes and ears, and I thank them for that. Again, we're here to respect and show love to the Irion family. And thank you for the hearts and the rainbow colors. That is her favorite, the rainbow colors for Naomi. We're going to light this live stream up with love. What's your thoughts here tonight, Ed? I know
it reminds me of a song, Bob Marley, right? One love.
Yeah.
Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and we'll be all right.
Yeah.
One love.
One love.
Let's get together and be all right. Now you see everybody over there is on the left there. They're going up to a little table they set up, and they're signing in their condolences.
Yeah. The signal, unfortunately, is spotty. He's using a Wi-Fi hotspot. So I'm hoping that the internet gods and Naomi comes through for us and clears that signal up when they get started. If it's not a clear signal, we'll be able to offer you the audio feed. I'm going to see what that's going to sound like. Again, this is all, we're going to be, it's going to be hit and miss here. I have a bit of video that I want to show you. It's about 10 minutes long. So I'm going to watch this feed. We may be a little delayed. So I'm going to play a clip from the family. I believe it was last night or yesterday. It aired on KLO Channel 8 in Nevada. So let me see if I can get this
joins
queued
us
up.
live from Fernley. And Terry, you had a chance to talk to her mother and her brother in depth.
Okay, here we go. Let's add this to the screen, and we'll watch just a little bit of this while we wait for everyone to get set up there. Yeah, I think I'll do it this way so we could see when it goes.
To get a good look into the young woman's life.
Good evening, Denise. Well, we're here at the out-of-town park in Fernley because there's going to be a celebration of life for Naomi Irion between 5 and 7 on Sunday. Now, her family agreed to do an in-depth interview with me earlier this week because they said they wanted the public to know who Naomi was, what kind of bright future was ahead of her, and all of that was unexpectedly cut short. Pictures, it appears Naomi Irion was probably born with no complications at all. But her mom, Diana, tells a different story.
Diana Irion, I am Naomi's mother.
Diana says her daughter was born 5 weeks premature and was expected to have a tough go of it, with underdeveloped internal organs, including her lungs.
As she was born, she took a giant breath and she screamed so loud that the people down the hallway could hear her screaming. And the doctor herself, she said, "This is not possible. This is a miracle." She wasn't small for long.
Healthy body and healthy mind, says Diana. At a very early age, Naomi already had her own opinions, even when she was too young to verbally express them.
As a toddler, when she had, toddlers have trouble getting their point across, she would get very angry because you couldn't understand what she was trying to tell you. And she had a very strong opinion about whatever it was. And you had to listen.
Casey Valley. I'm Naomi's oldest brother. She was born when I was 14. The first 5 years of her life, she and I were very close. I was basically the installed babysitter. I changed a lot of diapers and I fixed up a lot of bottles and she was my little buddy.
Casey, too, says his little sister exhibited opinions and was eager to share them.
Her personality was pretty set in by the time she was 5. Number one, being very stubborn, very opinionated, and having a big heart.
But as time went on, those opinions would develop into a wholesome sense of right and wrong, of justice and injustice, fair and unfair.
She wasn't afraid to speak out about how she felt about people or how she felt about issues. She was a fighter for equal rights for all people.
While Casey went into the military, the rest of the family moved from foreign country to foreign country as part of the U.S. State Department. At 13, Naomi was in Moscow.
The people still today are repressed and oppressed by their government. And she saw what that looks like. And it made her really appreciate the United States.
She would live in Frankfurt with her family and then in Pretoria, South Africa. Diana says Naomi had a good understanding of different cultures and traditions because of her travels. But life at a United States embassy can be quite protective. Casey says it didn't come as a surprise to him. She wanted to get out on her own. That meant coming to live with him in Fernley.
I told her that it was a small town, and we started planning this around this time last year because they knew that Naomi was going to graduate, and they were talking about what she's going to do after she graduates. There wasn't a lot of options for her to work or go to school.
In August of 2021, Naomi made the move to her brother's home in northern Nevada. She got a driver's license, a car, a job at Panasonic, and made plans to eventually go out on her own.
And she wanted that independence more than anything. And she wanted to make her own money and have her own car and pay her own way.
Through it all, she still kept that awareness of wanting to help others less fortunate than herself.
She sent me a message just a month or two ago saying, "Mom, it's your fault I don't have any money." I'm like, "Well, why is that?" She said, "Because I keep giving it away." And so I think she was being sarcastic, but she couldn't stand to see people suffering like that because she saw so much of it around the world.
Naomi was constantly on social media, including dating sites. Before coming to the U.S., she talked to her mother about her sexual feelings, thoughts, and attractions.
She did mention that she was having some feelings of bisexuality, but she was experimenting. She wasn't really sure. I think she was still in the process of figuring herself out.
Casey says he was concerned and talked to Naomi about the risks involved with meeting people on social media. But he says at 18, an already opinionated young woman thought she knew better.
You know, you can caution someone so many times about, about things like that. And at a certain point, it gets to the point where they just, it just goes in one ear and out the other. I figured that she would learn her own lessons like I did.
On March 12th, the unthinkable happened. 18-year-old Naomi Irion was abducted in her car at about 5:25 in the morning as she waited for a shuttle to take her to work. Casey says Naomi's work contacted him Sunday morning saying his sister was a no-call, no-show for the past 2 days. Casey contacted Walmart on Monday morning asking to look at surveillance video from the parking lot. When he saw a man drive off with Naomi in her car, he notified the Lyon County Sheriff's Office. Her car was eventually found. Law enforcement said evidence collected indicated a crime had been committed.
I can't believe this. This is so much more than we ever expected. And thank you for all the love and support you guys are giving us.
Casey would help organize searches where hundreds of people would look at the surrounding desert area for any clue they could find to lead them to Naomi. Northern Nevada residents were told to look for a suspect's vehicle. He and his truck would eventually be taken into custody on March 25th. 4 days later, Naomi's body would be found in a remote area of Churchill County. The family has not been able to explain the crime or why it happened, but Casey says if Naomi had lived, she would want to send a message.
If she had made it through that somehow, she would be completely yelling from the rooftops about people paying attention to their surroundings and places. And if she was here today, she would caution people to, lock your doors. Be aware, look up.
Diana says she grieves for all of us who did not know Naomi personally and says the world will miss out on an exceptional human being.
And it's heartbreaking. And I feel so sad for the world that doesn't have her in it.
The family says they want people to not focus on the way Naomi died, but rather how she lived.
The world's going to miss this young lady that just had the most compassion and the most empathy of anyone that I've ever had the pleasure to know. And this world needs as much compassion and empathy as it can get.
This is at the embassy.
In Pretoria, South Africa, members of the United States Embassy there observed a moment of silence for Naomi. Even halfway across the world, she made an impact. So much so, they stopped to honor her memory. In Reno, Terry Russell, Call 08 News Now.
That was a beautiful piece, and we learned a lot of things that I didn't know about Naomi and how she was a preemie, and she, beat the odds, and that's impressive right there. So this is a live feed from Rocky Pastorino. We're waiting for, clergy, guests, whoever's going to be speaking here. You can see a news camera mounted. I'm just going to go full screen to see. Naomi's working for us, Ed. It's clear.
Mm-hmm.
So it's looking good. Let's take a listen in. Okay, so it's just people are still signing in at the table there, and it looks like there's a couple of news cameras, or at least one there in the middle. Off to the side. Looks like somebody there with a camera. So it's good. hopefully we'll get to hear. That was a great little news piece right there by Kalo 8. And we learned a lot about her life and about how giving she was, right? You don't hear that much when you talk about young kids. The youth of current day are used to taking, right?
Yeah.
So when you hear youth like this who want to give, it's special. It's special. They're special kind of people. And we had Trevor Lee from down in East Tennessee come on and show us how at 19 years of age he gave $2,000 towards the Summer Wells reward money of his own money out of his own pocket. And I had that kid on several times. Trevor Lee's an inspiration to our youth, and so is Naomi Irion.
Yes, a bright light put out way too early.
Yeah. And again, this is a celebration of life, as we see here on the screen. And this was the advertisement for it on the end of that news piece. The celebration of life, Sunday, April 10th, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard to 7 p.m. So they're getting off a little bit late with the start. These things never go off right at the time. But it looks like they have it quite organized. People are signing in at the table. Rocky's got the camera set up on the tripod that we had. Thank goodness for Amazon, because I went on Amazon yesterday and I was like, can I get this? Actually Friday, can I get this to him in one day? And they had 1 day service for the tripod, and it made it to his door at like 3:00 yesterday afternoon. So things work for a reason. So it's good stuff. Thank you to everybody in the chat for those beautiful rainbows and prayer emojis and things like that. You guys are awesome in the chat. We greatly appreciate you. We're just going to see if there's anything more for this report. I don't think there was any more. I don't think there was any more information other than the celebration of life. I'll just leave that up. Let's take a peek in here and see what's happening.
I'm a toy that I could be the boy you adore. If you just let me know.
So just some music playing. I'm hoping that when folks come up to the podium that we have crystal, at least a clear understanding. Hopefully we can hear it. If we don't, we're just going to have to make a command decision whether we watch it without the sound. Let's say hello to some of our friends, Ed. Mike Carbone from Suffolk County, Long Island, checking in. Thank you, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Little 3 Miss T. Thank you so much for being here.
Tiki.
Yeah, Tiki. Thank you. I always screw up names. My wife.
Lake Lizard. Thank you for being here. Yes. Ramona Al Hadini. If I said Ramona, if I said Kifak Habibi, would you know what that meant?
Interesting. Ed is a man of many languages, too. That's what we've learned about Ed. 9 Angels and the Joy Catcher, Lucretia, always great to see you. Thank you for joining. Rip, sweet Naomi, 18 is when life just begins. I'm so sorry he did this to you. We are all so sorry. Twyla's in the chat. There she is, Twyla Cisco.
Okay, so Ramona answered back yes, and in her language it would be shukran.
Okay. Awesome. I love it. Gemma is here from the UK. Gemma's Journey Grace. Thank you so much for hanging out. Schmitty is we got to stop meeting like this. This is the second time today. What you're seeing down in your lower box here, I wonder if we can, let's see what we can do. Let's get rid of this. I want to see if I can make this. Nope. Take this, put this here. All right, good. That works. Diane King is here and checking in. Hello, Ed and DutyRon. Ed?
Yes. Our spirit whisperer. I will lay flowers at the location. And
Nice.
Fiber Floozy's here, listening and lurking.
Yep. And there's your communication with Ramona.
Uh-huh.
It's just
So normally the response to what I asked is hamdallah.
Okay.
And I'm making her laugh today.
Alhamdulillah. Canada is saying hello and checking in. Hello, Sarah. Thank you so much for coming here for the celebration of life for Naomi. Let's take a peek in some talk.
Just like myself, then when I'm naked and reflections truly wish that I could exit the spot. And it's coming on again.
So there's still more music. So let's move on and say hello to some more of the folks. Can you please post a link to the news piece in the description later? Absolutely, Alicia. I will post that. I'll send it to you privately if you'd like. But I will link it down in the description if anybody wants to go and watch that. Dawn Marie is here. I always feel safe when Dawn Marie's here. She's taken over the job of Joey Brooklyn. Dawn Marie is the head security. She's our police chief right now. Joey Brooklyn's moving into a new home, and he's got his hands full. Let me tell you. So he cannot be here. Dawn Marie's filling in for Joey Brooklyn.
And no, Mike Carbone, I didn't date your sister. It was a different Mike Carbone.
There you go. Ed Wallace is the man. Maria Maya from Ontario, Canada. Great to see you. Thank you. Sweet dreams. Brenda, Cheryl, Sweet Cherry. Thank you. So as we wait, we want to remember Naomi. Such a sweet young woman, life cut short. Just heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. These cases are just difficult to cover because behind these victims are families that are left behind. And we talk about this all the time, Ed. When you have a family that is now left, I mean, they have some answers, and we hope to get justice. And I know that we will get justice for this family, but it's just so difficult to move forward when you know that your loved one was taken away so violently. And
you have to learn to live with it and move on and understand she's in a far better place than we are right now, and that she's looking down on us, and someday we'll reunite.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, you live your life and you never forget. And hopefully you do things that will make her proud.
Yeah. It's just so hard. I mean, I look at my stepmom. My father passed away in 2014 to cancer. It wasn't a violent crime. It was just a horrible death to the disease,
Mm-hmm.
And she, to this day, still cries every time that we get together, and she's still mourning him. So it's like a wound in your heart that never gets repaired. It's always there, and it's always open. It's not like a cut that heals up. And they say time heals all wounds, and time, makes things better. And sometimes that's not true,
It's like 9/11 for us. Like every time that 9/11 anniversary comes around, it's like someone ripping a Band-Aid off a scab. Yeah. And a lot of the raw emotions of what we went through that day come back. And my brother dying on that day. So, I know how it is. I lost my godfather. My first cousin was murdered. Okay. Beaten to death by his girlfriend's brothers.
Yeah.
So I know how that is.
Yeah. Fuzzy Doxy, we all send you love and strength. I understand. Again, when we talk about a celebration of life, you have to say to yourself that, this is part of the process, is part of what you go through as a family together. And now this is a community here in Fernley coming together at the out of town park. And it looks like a lovely park. It looks like a beautiful, peaceful place. And I'm so happy that we're able to bring this to you. And I'm hoping and praying that signal stays and sticks with us. But if it doesn't, at least we're here and we're doing what we can. So Brenda Chick says, I lost my daughter in 2011. It feels like now to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. These types of things bring those raw emotions right back.
Yeah.
And then, you start thinking of like songs in your head, like Celine Dion from Titanic.
Oh yeah. Yep. Even the Mariah Carey and Boys to Men, I
Yeah.
always play that Shining Down on You from Heaven. You know, that makes me cry every time I hear it, because when Kevin Gillespie, my team member who was killed in 1993, when he was killed, actually 96, he came on in 93. His wife selected that song for them to play when he was being carried out of the church in Seaford. And God, I'll never forget that. It is just like it's like yesterday. And that's, again, another wound that never heals. You know, so seeing a fallen brother.
I can't tell you how many officer homicides I investigated and then went to the inspector's funeral.
Yeah,
and it's just
terrible.
too many.
Cheryl says, "What a beautiful picture! A little pup there. It looks like a chocolate lab or something." I lost my whole family, plus recently my emotional therapy dog. Oh, I don't think I'll ever heal. God has me. Yeah. Well, Cheryl, we're here for you. You can always send me a message on DutyRon.com. I'm always corresponding with my people who support me. I like to support back.
And as I told you guys earlier today, Cheryl, I got a new addition to my family, and it's a red lab.
Yeah. I was telling my wife that today, and she was like, I want to see him. You're doomed, Ed.
Well, look it up on the internet if you've never seen a red lab before.
She knew right away what it was, the dog. I didn't know. Let's take a listen in and hear what's going on. This is a live feed at the old Out of Town Park. I love that name, Out of Town Park, in Fernley, Nevada. So let's take a listen in, a live look.
And the world will be and the wild shall lay down.
All right, so they're just playing music while we wait, I guess, for the folks to come on in. Here we go. Someone coming up to the mic.
Be led by.
Just checking it.
Mic check. Yeah. Shukram, Ramona.
Yeah. So this is going to be tough one. You know, we may have some connectivity issues, but this right now is a great signal. So let's see. You see something, Ed? What do you see?
Oh no.
Okay.
Ramona said something, and I just answered her back.
Ed Habibi.
Yes.
Habibi. So everybody's saying hello to each other. Let me just check in and see what the chat. Twyla is here. Twyla Cisco. We love her. She was on in a members only live stream earlier today with Dave Rader. We had a discussion about Summer Wells on that chat. We're not going to get into that here, obviously, but that was an interesting chat on the members only.
I like your suggestion, Sue.
Need to name Out of Town Park Naomi's Park in honor of Naomi and to remind all people to stay aware. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very good.
All right, let's see who's up. That might look like our dad.
Well, greetings, everybody. My name is Hervé. I'm Naomi's dad. Should be so proud of you to see you coming today and all that has been done to find her.
What did I do?
And all of you, all the prayers, all the gifts, everything you did to find her. And now we found her, and now to comfort her, to comfort us as well. On behalf of my family, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much. There's not enough thank yous. And I would like to ask you to keep this love. You know, we have been created human beings and loving us, and you have been loving us, showing love to Naomi, to her family, to one another. You have been doing such a great job. Let that continue, please. Keep an eye open on one another, you know, watch, pray, make sure this doesn't happen again. And we are all so much to do, so busy in our lives. We don't keep an eye open on it. Look in cars, wave at people, tell them you're there, you're caring, and you're doing a great job. Look at you. I mean, long line here, and all you do, all the words, everything you've done, and you will keep doing as not enough thank you. Thank you very much.
Beautiful words by her father.
I didn't. You're still working, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think I messed with it.
No.
Make sure you were still getting.
I'm sure I'm the one screwing things up.
Rocky, the sound is good, Rock. Oh, there's Casey.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Wow.
This is her sister.
There are not enough words to thank the people of Fernley. When my sister went missing, you all worried like she was your own sister too. Naomi would be shocked at the outpouring that we've received. She was a generous person, kind, funny, and a little loud. She just wanted to have the chance to make her own life, and she chose to start it here. I don't think that she could have picked a better place. Thank you again for everything you have done and continue to do to support my family and keep Naomi's memory alive. You keep her alive by being kind and generous and passionate about those that are hurting. Thank you again for all of your support. We'll never forget it.
Okay.
All right, those were beautiful words by her sister. I'm sure we're going to hear from Mom in a few. I muted it because I heard a little Beatles playing there, and we know what that does to us.
That's right. That gets us jammed up with YouTube.
Oh my God! When we did it, when we played it for Gabby Petito, we were offline for almost 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us a zing big time. Yeah. So I'm keeping that paused. Let's go over to the chat. Ed, you just keep an eye on the.
Yeah, she said that you treated her like a sister. Well, she is our sister. We are children of the same God, and we're all brothers and sisters.
Amen, Ed. That's well said right there. It's almost like, all of these cases, when we start talking about them and go into details and in depth, they become part of our family. They talked about Gabby Petito, and she was the daughter of the world. I think Naomi, it's the same thing. And here's a beautiful picture someone's putting down of her. Let me go full screen on that. It looks really beautiful.
Is it a painting? It looks like a painting.
It looks like a painting.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully the signal will straighten itself out. It's been in and out, and this is a Wi-Fi hotspot that that Rocky's using from his girlfriend. So kudos to Rocky's girlfriend. Okay, still got to keep that paused. They're probably waiting for her mom to come up to the podium. I'm not sure, how this is going, but this is a live look into the out of town park in Fernley, Nevada. So this is the live look in, courtesy of Rocky Pastorino. Thank you, Rocky. He couldn't get a signal to go live on his Facebook. So this was the next best thing. And I'm glad that we were able to do that. Let's go over and take a peek at the chat, Ed. Looks like Twyla is in there.
Here comes a news guy, parks his camera right in front of us.
Are you kidding me with that? I'm hoping Casey says something to him or Rocky. They're standing right next to each other. So, really, that's rude, man.
Someone smack him in the back of the head.
I wish I could text him. Hey, could you nudge that guy away?
It's his phone, right? That's yeah. Let's see if somebody knocks over his tripod.
Look at this guy. I can't even believe this.
It's the way they are.
He doesn't even have a clue what he's doing right now.
He doesn't care.
Hey. Well, we still can see a little piece of the podium. Thank goodness. Rocky's probably not there. Otherwise, I think he would have said
he wouldn't leave that camera just sitting on a tripod by itself, or his phone. Somebody would knock it over or something. Maybe he's just asked Rocky, can I jump in here real quick and get a couple of shots and then get out of your way?
Right, let me text. I'm afraid it's his phone, so if I text him, we may get knocked off. All right, so we're just gonna leave it. This guy, look, now he sees. Now he's like, oh, is this a tripod in front of us?
No, he don't care. You know, all he's worried about is getting his shot for the news.
Wow. Oh, man. All right, I'm just gonna bite my tongue. I'm not gonna say anything more. What a jagaloon.
I can't tell you how many times I threw these guys out of crime scenes. They tried to get in and get photos.
Look at Amanda Page. Dude, come on. It is. It's rude. He's pretending he can't see us.
He knows. He just doesn't care.
He's picking his nose.
Oh, really?
Hey, he just picked his face. Oh, God. Let me know what you think in the chat. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section about this news guy. I mean, he could have been on the opposite side and had a clear shot. There's nothing there. There's nobody there on the left side of him his left.
We need a hat pin lady.
Oh my goodness. I was afraid that this was going to happen, you know. Hey, Jennifer Nobles. Hey, Jen, how are you? From Bakersfield, California. She's like, oh, hi. I'm the jackass of the day with my big camera. Look, he's looking back. He's got to see the tripod is right there.
Oh, now he's moving. Okay.
Oh, okay. He's got something else better to do. Thank you. Oh,
that's right, Matty boy. If we were there, bang, right to the back of the head. Get out of here, you jagaloon.
Oh my God. I think he just wanted to get a couple of shots for upload, to piece into the news piece. Karen Barton says, finally. Let me just say,
oh, hell no.
I'm going to do one more thing. This is going to be funny.
What are you people? On dope?
Mr. Hand.
Bueller.
There we go. A little bit of comedy for a second.
What do we got? Hey, John Denver.
Yeah. Natalie, thanks for texting him. But his phone is on Do Not Disturb, so we do not get so we don't get cut off.
Let's post a picture of him picking his nose on his television website.
Yeah, if somebody could get a screenshot of that and send it to me on DutyRon.com or send it to me on any of my social media of that rude camera guy picking his nose, that would be awesome. We'll put it right in. I'll post it up on my community page. So folks are chiming in about the Bueller and a couple of my little sound bites that I have here. But I really wanted to get that guy out of the way. So thank goodness we got him out of the way. Yeah, Schmitty, he was rude, and he's gone, but we still have to talk about him. That's how this goes. This is how that's how it works, right, Ed? We're New Yorkers. We're New York.
It's not funny unless it's at somebody else's expense.
Exactly. Let's see. Jennifer Nobles comes in with a good comment. He saw the comments probably when he was snooping at Rocky's camera. Yeah. Whatever it was, he was done with what he had to do. And trust me, if the guy had some more footage to get there, he'd be standing right in front of us. So let's take a peek. We'll go full screen, so I don't want to miss anything. Ed, if you see any comments that are funny, throw them up. Jagaloon, a DutyRon special. Yes, exactly. Let's take a listen. All right, so I can't give that live feed because it would just be the music playing, and it sounds like kind of distorted, at least to me.
Who heard Tiny Dances, Sicily, New York? That was John Denver.
Yeah.
Take Me Home, Country Road.
Yeah, that's what it was. He needs to meet. This is a good comment. Girl Friday wins the good comment of the live stream. He needs to meet us, a seagull. Little seagull droppings.
Mine.
Yeah. Jagaloon, exactly. Anyways, I think we got some conversation.
Everyone, we'd like to get our police officers, our fire crew, any search and rescue, 1 member from each media station, and the family.
No, we're gonna have the lady with the dog.
And if you guys could come forward.
She dyed the dog's hair purple.
No, she did. That girl with the hair
We,
said, "No, there's a camera." right there."
myself, Desiree,
Good for her.
That was nice.
Debbie, Whitney, and Angela have made little bottles of wildflower seeds to keep Naomi's memory growing. And we'd like to present those to those members.
That's a great comment, Matt Bond. I understand getting B-roll of the picture, dude, but don't pick your nose in front of a phone on a tripod. That's common sense right there. All right, so they're inviting the police officers, the firemen, and the first responders and all the folks to come up. I don't know if they're coming up now, but they did something nice. I think they made something for them, they said. So I think that's a really nice touch. This is a community event, so wonderful. And that picture, the drawing of Naomi looks beautiful. I'm hoping Rocky can hear us and maybe get a close-up of that. That would be really awesome. Somebody's bound to knock that tripod over. I have a feeling.
I hope he's standing right there.
Oh,
Please
here
don't
goes
sit
the
down.
camera guy. Schmitty comes in with a sensible comment right there. How about don't pick your nose in public? Period. Nasty.
Exactly. And where'd he put it?
Yeah. Hey. There's a camera guy, another camera guy right to our right. So there must be something happening over to the right. I have to assume that because he's focused in on there to the right, and it looks like people are doing something off to the right. Right?
Okay.
I think it would be safe to say that there's something going on over to the right.
So we're getting some love from British Columbia. Nice to see you.
Excellent.
Who else is tuning in from outside the United States?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I don't know what time it is in South Africa, but I would imagine a lot of South Africans would, folks from from that area would be watching because, the family does live in South Africa. He's back. The guy is back.
I heard Bob Marley in the background.
And it looks like a wonderful event. We see some folks wearing the rainbow. There's a gentleman above on your left side of the screen that has a rainbow t-shirt on, it looks like, or shirt.
Yeah.
And it's a big, beautiful picture of Naomi to the left side there. I'm hoping that maybe we can get Rocky eventually when he's done, towards the end of this, he can maybe walk around and show us some of these pictures up close. I'm hoping that we could do that. But right.
Looks like we have some people from UK in the house, and we have some people from Vancouver Island, BC. Very beautiful place. Been there. Let's see what else. You don't need to put that on me.
I'm trying to.
Ontario, Canada. We have Wales, UK.
Hold on.
Home with Tom Jones and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Okay. Where else? What else do we have? Newfoundland. I like that. Okay.
And it looks like either somebody just shook the camera or Rocky is behind the camera trying to work it.
Okay. Australia's here. Yes, I see that. Nova Scotia, New Scotland. Love that too. Mm-hmm. Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. Watching from Houston, Minnesota. Okay, those are not out of the country.
Jolene put a comment in, Ed, Jolene Striefer. I think I'm getting that right. Maybe they are planting the wildflower seeds. Could be.
Okay. Michigan is in the house. Yes, I would imagine, Maddie, that the embassy in South Africa would be watching.
Yeah.
Mom's gonna call.
Little 3 Missy T is in Fernley, Nevada. Thank you for joining.
Netherlands is here.
Excellent.
Wisconsin, California, Ohio.
Hey, everybody.
All right.
I just want to thank you all for coming out tonight. I say y'all because we're from Texas.
So, Mom.
Thank you so much. I look out and I see all of you coming here to support our family and love us. And I just want to say thank you so much. It means the world to us. There are no words to describe the horror of this tragedy. And many of you have tried, but I stop you and I say that's okay. Because there are no words. It's a horror tragedy. It's every parent's worst nightmare. But you all have been here for us. And I want to thank you for that. The meal train has been amazing because I couldn't even make a pot of coffee without it exploding all over the kitchen. So I couldn't imagine trying to make a meal to feed my family. And I just want to thank all of you wonderful people for that. I want to thank the Super Moms group for their incredible love and support for us. Sabrina, Debbie, Angela, Michelle, I see you. Thank you. Rocky Pastorino and Julianne. I have another son that I didn't expect.
Very nice.
Very nice.
He's amazing. He and my son have become brothers and have formed an incredible passion for saving other girls that might be in this situation. And I know one day they're going to save someone else's daughter. And it's going to be incredible. And I am so proud to have you in our life, Rocky, and in our family.
My honor. Thank you.
I want to thank Black Bear Diner for the incredible meals that they provided for us and the privacy that we could have as a family. So we can sit around the same table and talk about Naomi, and we didn't have to worry about anything. Round Table Pizza provided us a private room and food so that we could plan the things we needed to do. We planned our searches there. We planned a lot there, and they were so kind to us. Red's Bar and Grill. They put us in a private room and gave us 3 servers, and were so kind to us. And it was an incredible gesture of love, and I just really appreciate that. I'm trying to read this. What does that say? Twisted Steel that did a fundraiser. Thank you very much. The office for all of the printing of the flyers. Thousands of colored flyers. They ran out of colored ink because so many flyers were printed. So thank you very much. Starbucks, they're even here today. They contributed. Thank you very much. Freedom Espresso. Whiskey Rose. What's that thing? Weston Wit. And the other fundraiser participants. There was, anyway. And the Lyon County Sheriff's Office. They're here. You may not know it, but they're here. Thank you.
She's a class act.
You gave us our daughter back. And now we can take her home. Not the way we wanted. But we have her. And we're going to take her home and take care of her one last time. On March 12th, my world changed. My family is changed forever. The world changed. This town changed. And I know it's horrible and we have a lot of healing to do, but let's make the change a good one, a good change. Let's take care of each other. Look out for your neighbors. Check on them. Check on each other. Young people, if you're out in public, put your phone away and look around you.
Amen.
Be safe. Don't let this happen to you. Lock your doors. Check on your friends if you don't hear from them. Love each other. Let's keep this caring and compassion that's been happening in this community going strong. Let's keep this from happening to anybody else. No family should have to go through this. And I said something to some of the moms. They said, I can imagine what you're going through. And I said to them, please don't. Don't try. It will break your heart. Don't try to imagine what we're going through, what I'm going through. I know you see us on the media and we look all put together, but you don't see us when I'm growing up or crying in my kid's arms.
Here comes Casey.
Thank you so much for being here for us. It means the world to us. Let's make this change and make it a good one. Thank you.
Wow. That was powerful, Ed.
Yes, it was.
I tell you, I do not know if I would have the same strength to do that if, God forbid, that was one of my children. But I think we would find inner strength from, deep down inside, and strength from the Lord above. And I think that's who's guiding this woman at this time. But she said something really powerful there, is that you don't see us when we're broken apart, when we're home. Let's listen in. I think someone's. Oh, he's taking the mic away.
Just in the mic.
Yeah, she said, you don't see us when we're at, we're having a really bad time and when we're broken down. So she covered all bases in that speech that she made. She thanked the law enforcement and the first responders for bringing her daughter home. And that makes me think about EquiSearch and Dave Rader and the crew, how they do that on their own for so many families and law enforcement across the country. We have to support our men and women in law enforcement because they're the ones that get the job done. And the public.
We are the thin blue line.
Yeah, and she thanked the public, which was so important. We as law enforcement professionals, we thank the public, but to hear her say that and thank the public was just unbelievable. So I really love that she covered all grounds, and I love that everybody here in the chat was supporting the family. I really love it. I mean, just such a great. Okay, nobody else is talking. Yeah, so such a great outpouring of love and support, and there was, I don't know how many people were there, but Rocky said there were a lot. So,
maybe we can text him and have him do a pan.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll see the text. Let's see if he's listening by the mic. He may be talking with the family. Hey, Rock, are you there? Yeah. He said that he was going to be walking around. So, so many great comments in the chat. don't know what's going on with my. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what that scratching noise is. If it's on my end or on his end, but I think it's on mine. I got some work to do here, Ed.
Share Bear.
Yeah.
Don't kid yourself. We do cry. It's not healthy not to cry, and you shouldn't hold it back.
Yeah.
So it comes from time to time, and sometimes you just can't hold it in.
Yeah. We've seen so much horror and so much death in our business that we've been in for such a long time, but we're human beings. Like, I got choked up listening to her. We were off camera, but again, you find that inner strength to support. We have a program that we're doing here for you guys, and you fight it back. It's hard to fight it back, but you do the best that you can. I've broken down. If you look at my playlist and go look at Thomas Valva, little boy who was frozen in the garage in Long Island here, I covered that case and I cried on camera, and I'm not ashamed of it. I just couldn't. I just couldn't hold it back. I tried my best, and there's been several other moments when I talked about my mother passing away and my dad and other things. So, it's the human side of us. We're, again, I always say it, we're not machines. We're law enforcement and people in the trades, EMS, firefighters, the crews that, go out there when people die in front of them. They're what's important. Let me see if Rocky's there. Rock, are you there, Rock? Rocky. Yeah, no. So that was just a bump. I think that girl that was just coming up bumped the tripod.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never easy, Michelle. Thank you for that. So I think, this was a great opportunity for us to show community support from Fernley, Nevada, for Naomi Irion. The community came together. We heard from the father, mom, the brother, sister. They all spoke very well. And, I can't say enough good about this family.
The camera. She's going to hit the camera.
Yeah. It's bound to happen.
She's not looking, and she's backing right into it.
I think she sees it now.
Okay.
Just taking a picture of that picture. Josh is here. Josh, thank you so much for joining. I know Josh, I have Instagram. I know it's got copyrighted music on it, but it was a collage of pictures of Naomi. I think you guys should definitely go over and check it out. I'm thinking of just playing it here because for me, I don't think it'll get the whole stream shut down. I know for sure it will. We'll receive the copyright stuff, but it really doesn't matter to me. That's not what this is about. But if you guys want to see it, you could go over to Diana's Instagram page, and it's on there. I think I have it saved somewhere here. I could probably play it just without the music, or I could play it with the music. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let's see. Can I go full screen with this? I would love to, but I can't.
Hello, Glenn. Happy birthday.
Hold on a second.
Is that you, Ron?
Yeah, that is me.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Yeah.
One of my favorite songs.
Yeah, it's a great song. We're going to play it, and I'll show everybody that. I think that I think people would want to see that, and maybe some people don't have Instagram. So let me just get this queued up and play it. Where is it? There it is.
You got to share the screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how I can do this while I'm already sharing a screen. This is going to be interesting. I'm gonna have to take Rocky's off. All right, hold on a second. I gotta. Yikes! What am I gonna do here?
From those of you who don't know that song, that was a song made famous by a Hawaiian named Israel, but his nickname was Iz. and he was passed away. Another too young.
All right, I think that's it. Full screen. All right, here we go. So this is a collage posted by Naomi's mom on Instagram.
Hello, Gleb. Happy birthday.
tribute posted by her mom. Yeah. Not a dry eye in the house, Ed.
Yeah.
Let's take a live look into Rocky's feed. See what's going on. The connection seems to be getting better. Still a little blurry on the picture, but let's see if Rocky is checking in. Hey, Rocky, you there? Little Elton John. I might as well just let it play because we already got it with that one, that last song, right?
Well, we're gonna get it.
It's cutting in and out, so it's not even good. If we could hear the music great, it would be worth it, but it's just cutting in and out of his microphone. So Rocky's got that up. I mean, I hate to cut it off and end it without him coming on because I wanted to talk to him. So we're going to try to eat up just a couple more minutes of time, me, you, Ed.
Yeah, I see Rita Schaefer. I have that same crucifix.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let me take this off. What did I want to do? I wanted to make it. Yeah, that's good. Some of you folks in the chat are just unbelievable with the messages and the prayers and the positive words for the Irion family. I appreciate you guys coming in, and here's a great one from Tracy. I'm deeply sorry to hear about the passing of your loved one. I know they meant the world to you and to so many others. Their memory will forever live on in our hearts. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. And then there's just so many great comments. I'm just overwhelmed by how well everybody is just interacting in the chat and the great, beautiful messages that are sending. I'm highlighting as many as I can because I want the family, if they do watch this, I would almost guarantee that at least Casey and probably the mom and others from the family will watch this. So yeah, you guys are just unbelievable. Nancy, Eileen, always sweet and kind. I love all the great interaction. That's what makes us one of the best. I would say the best community on YouTube. Hands down.
There's two bagpipe tunes that I'd be playing right now. There's Amazing Grace and Going Home. That's all that we're missing here.
Yeah. You know what? It looks like a wonderful outpouring and showing of community here. You got children, you got complete families coming out and spending a great part of their afternoon, 5 o'clock Pacific time to 7 o'clock. And I mean, you can't. This is just powerful. This is powerful community coming together to support family. So I love it. I was hoping that, eventually Rocky would come back. Let me open up the mic again just to see what's happening. We got a dancer. We got a dancer in front of us with the kids.
Well, wasn't somebody asking for this song? New York, Sicily, New York?
Yeah.
No, this is Rocket Man. I'm sorry, this is Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're starting to lose that feed. It's in and out again.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that him?
Coming out this evening.
Is it Rocky? Yeah, look.
Oh, no, Casey. That's Casey.
Thank you for the outpouring of love and support. And I can't imagine how much more unbearable this all would have been without every single person here. And all I see out here is friends and family. So
it's Casey.
Thank you guys. And I'd like to give everybody that's supported us so much a round of applause. And thanks to Jay from Biggest Little Radio. And we haven't thanked everybody that did a fundraiser because honestly, there's been a lot. But the Freedom Espresso fundraiser, Roundtable Pizza did a fundraiser, Black Bear Diner did a bake sale fundraiser. I mean, it's hard to thank everyone because everyone gave so much for this. And it's thanks to everyone here that we were able to get through this the best we could. And Now Naomi's home. So thank you.
Yes, she is.
Amen. All right, so some words from Casey thanking the community for the fundraising. He talked about the diner donating food, and I was on the phone with Rocky a little bit today, and he told me that it was just unbelievable how many companies and business, small mom and pop businesses that came forward and baked cookies and brought desserts and drinks. And when they were out doing their searches, the people came together and the families were cooking home cooked meals and bringing them out there. And that's just kind of reminded me of the World Trade Center. When we were down at Ground Zero on the pile, there was moms, dads, and families coming out with baked goods for us in the first couple of days. And then the health department shut it down.
I remember at the checkpoints, they had the people lined up. They called it the Canyon of Heroes. So when you had to go past the checkpoint, there were all these civilians there just applauding us as we were heading into work. Yes.
With the signs and applauding us when we were going into work, applauding us when we were coming out. But what I remember most about World Trade Center and the community, New York City, which is 10 million people, right? What I remember most about it is when we were on the bucket brigade. I was doing the bucket brigade, I think day 2, the next day. And we were on that pile, and it was hot. It was a hot September day, September 12th. Sun was blaring and shining, and these housewives were pouring water on our faces and trying to get that white dust off of our faces as we were removing debris. And the fire department, the battalion chiefs and the bosses would hit those sirens when there would be debris falling off the adjacent buildings, or something was moving something was moving in the pile. So
we had to run off the pile to our safe areas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to do, Ed, and that was a great question that you sent me in the private chat. For Tuesday, absolutely, we're gonna send a arrangement to the funeral home where they do the service for the family on behalf of Crime Time with DutyRon. That was a great idea, Ed. I was thinking about it myself, but Ed sent me a message and said, "Hey, we hope we can get together and put something together and send it out on behalf of Crime Time with DutyRon and the community here. We're going to send a arrangement out to the family, and it will come from all of you guys here. So thank you to everyone who is channel members, who support, who are here to watch the videos and let those ads play. You're supporting us, and it enables us to do beautiful, great things like that. And thank you, Ed, for reminding me to make a mention of it. I was going to do it, but it's a great thing. It's a great thing to do, to show respect for the family. So we will definitely do that. Let's see if we can get Rocky. Let's check. Oh. Nah, they're just playing music. I would imagine this is what I envision. The family is surrounded by people who are giving them love right now. Right? Community members coming over and hugging it out with them, and just a casual exchange of wonderful words. That's what I see. I mean, we can't see that because we're focused in on the stage, but I'm hoping that Rocky comes to the camera within the next 15 or so minutes, because we're going to end it at the hour and 30-minute mark. So we got another 15 minutes here. But I think this was great that we got to hear, which was most important, right? The most important thing was to hear what the family had to say, and for us to all pray for their daughter, for Naomi. And I think we did a great job of that, Ed.
Thank you. I think so too. Just so sad that we have to be here. God.
Yeah.
Probably, there was a lot of food catered here too. So the people are probably eating and drinking and mulling around and giving condolences and to the family.
Absolutely. Yeah. just so many words probably exchanged back and forth amongst the people who are there. You know, because listen, whoever shows up to this is there to support them and show them love. So I can't even mute it now. It's not letting me. Yikes! All right, I removed it because it's not letting me mute the mic. I don't know why. Maybe Rocky did something there.
Mike's muted now.
Okay, good. I wasn't able to do it from this end. You just did that? Okay, thank you, Ed. All right, so I think we're good here. I want to just say thank you to everyone who came on to this, this beautiful live stream. This is a celebration of life, is what it's labeled as on the parents' on the parents' social media. So it's a celebration of life. Memorial service will, I think the full service will happen on Tuesday, and then we're going to definitely send in some type of arrangement. I was thinking of one of those plants that remain, like I forget what they call it, but my wife always orders those for some of the folks that we send it out to. But it's an arrangement. It's in a like a big pot, and
Right, you can plant it and it grows and lives.
I forget what it's called, but I have the one from my father's funeral. We took it home, and it's still in my living room, and it's still flourishing. Not orchids. It's some type of green, leafy.
Is it an indoor plant?
And then it sprouts white, so maybe it is orchids. Yeah, it's an indoor plant. It's an indoor plant. And they call it
azaleas.
If she was here, she would tell me, and she'd call me a dummy. So, but that's what I think that's best because it stays. A prayer plant, yeah, something like that. L, thank you. Leaves open and close each day. Yes, that's it. That's exactly it. So, eloquent. Thank you. You hit it right on the nail on the head. I just don't know what it's called. So that's what we're going to get, because when the sun hits it here in my house, the leaves open up, and it's beautiful. It's a great thing. And you keep it for years and years. All you got to do is water it every once in a while. So that's what we'll do. I think so. Let me know down below in the comments. Let me know what you think, if that's a good idea. Instead of sending flowers.
Yeah, you're right. Because, it'll be it'll be there forever.
Right.
As a reminder and prayer.
Yeah, because when I look at that plant from my father's funeral, I know who sent it to me. It was one of my really good friends from the police department, and I always think of my dad when I look at that. So I think it's a good idea. Whoever takes it, whether Casey takes it or whoever, as long as someone from the family gets it and maybe gives it, or even whatever, they give it away to an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, whatever it is. Jody H, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, much love to you both. Appreciate you, Ed Wallace and DutyRon. God bless the Irion family. An angel now, Naomi. Yeah. Amen to that. Thank you for the flower fund super chat. I think that's the message that she was putting there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. So yeah, that's what we have. I think his feed cut out, because remember he said he only had 46% before we went live.
Right on the Wi-Fi puck.
Yeah, so that was probably it. But that was beautiful. We want to thank Rocky Pastorino for I said Pastorini. Thank him for that feed. He provided that feed for us, and that was awesome. And we love and respect all of you guys, and we thank you for everything that you guys do as a community. And again, on behalf of Ed Wallace and I, we're sending strength, prayers, and positive vibes to the family. They need us now more than ever, and the love and the outpouring of goodness that you guys emulated here today was just nothing shy of beautiful and brilliant. So thank you guys. Thank you. Ed, any final words?
Yes, thank you again. Ditto to what Ron just said. And again, always be safe, be prepared, and don't be the victim of crime.
Yeah. And we heard her mom say that. Don't bury your head in your phone. Always lock your doors in your house, in your car. And we know what she's saying. We know how that relates. to what happened to her daughter. So you heard it straight from the mom. So, guys, go ahead, Ed.
No, it's just Naomi did nothing wrong. It's that evil lives around us, so we have to be on guard from this type of evil.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you pointed that out. She did nothing wrong. She was just living her life. She was being a typical 18-year-old teenager, and again, we have to learn by this. We have to learn from everything in life. Life is full of trials and tribulations. Some of them are very painful. But again, you heard it from her mom. Pay attention to your surroundings. Make sure you know who's around you, because evil and crime knows no boundaries. And no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you're not safe. You got to be careful. You got to be guarded. All right, guys, love and respect. I'm not going to do the outro because we're just going to say goodbye and good night and bye for now. We'll see you again soon. Ed's working all week, so we're going to cry a little bit about Ed. Working.
I'm working all week, but I'll try to sneak in every once in a while.
All right, good, Ed. Thank you so much. Thank you to the replay viewers, the moderators, all of the folks who engaged here. We love and respect you. God bless the world. God bless the United States of America. Oh, Rocky is back. Wait a minute. Rocky, are you there? Rocky.
Oh yeah, I'll be here the whole time. Absolutely.
Rocky,
I'm going to try to talk to you.
She's there.
And then I wanted to see if just because I really wanted to move back.
That's
From
a
that,
good
I just like that's really cool. Like we're kind of like we're like a little on. Like,
Of course.
yeah.
I almost feel like I'm hanging up on him if we end this right now. It's just closing it up. But yeah, situational awareness. I agree. Teach it to your kids. Absolutely. Ed, what should we do? It's your call.
Rocky, can you hear us? Rocky. Rocky.
Hello, Rocky. Can you hear us?
I'll come around in later.
Ramona, to answer your questions, we're going to be sending a prayer flower, or a prayer plant, rather.
Yes. Yep.
On behalf of you all.
Yes. It's going to come from everybody here. All right. So Rocky did try to call me at 9:25.
Uh-huh.
So let me try to call him back. I don't know if this is going to knock him off. It may knock him off.
Well, not if he locked you out.
Yeah, but how did he call me? Oh, that's why he left, because he called me when that signal.
Oh, okay.
All right, so he's not going to be able to hear me. All right, let's see if we can get him back on quickly. Rocky, can you hear me? Yeah, he can't. Barlow, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Barlow1245 became a YouTube member. Thank you for becoming a member. So that's what he did. He ended that to call me, and now he's back on. And that signal looks really strong right now. It's very clear. I go full screen, it gets a little blurry.
I can change these settings a little bit.
Yeah, look at that. I mean,
yeah, not bad.
That's really good. Those pictures on the left of her are great, and here on the table you can see them good. Now this is a really crystal clear picture. I kind of wish that he would pick it up, but he's probably just chatting it up with people. It sounded like he's talking to somebody. Rocky, can you hear us? No. All right. We're going to, we'll wrap it up, Ed. Thank you so much. Again, there's another super chat that came in, a little something to add to the donation for the families. Thank you, Joe. Geneva, thank you for the $2 super chat. Joe, appreciate that. Much respect to you. We'll put it towards the flowers, the plant that we're going to get and send out there. Again, I wish we could get Rocky on because I'd love to just get his take on everything that went down to, behind the scenes that we didn't get to see. But I'm sure he will be. He'll be on the phone with me tonight. I asked him to record some video as well, so I don't know if he did that, but maybe he recorded a little bit of some stills. The SOS hand signals would be an amazing thing to teach our children. Absolutely. Jen, maybe we'll have you come on with our friend and do that. Maybe we'll do a dedicated live stream about that because that's actually a really good one. Thank you so much for that, Jen. Jennifer Nobles, our good friend from Bakersfield, California, where our boys are from, Sincere and Classic. So let me just try one more time because I hate to just hang up on him. Rocky, can you hear us? All right, let's rock and roll. Let's move it on. I got to get out of here. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Is an early wake up for me. What time do you get up, Ed?
Whenever I feel like it.
Wow. All righty then. I wish I had it like that.
No, it all depends on what I have to do in the morning. But I don't have to work until the afternoon. So.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Yeah, let's have Faith come on and do her thing. She's got a great TikTok channel. I tried to show it before and I couldn't get it on, but we will do a dedicated live stream because that's about safety. I think it's a good one. I think that would be a great one, Jen. So thank you for that. All right, Ed, let's rock and roll. God bless the world. Let's try it again. God bless the United States of America. God bless each and every one of us here in the chat, but especially all victims of crime in the family. Naomi's family, we're sending special prayers, strength, peace, positive vibes to you always. Love and respect from DutyRon, Crime Time with DutyRon family, and all of us. Ed, thank you for being here.
Good to be here.
Take care, guys. Good night.
Good night, folks. Stay safe.